What's going on, everybody? All right, here's the deal. Each and every month I do this kind of study where I go through sales of eBay cards under $50 and then a bunch of cards that are really expensive cards that kind of stand out and catch my eye. I've recently started to integrate some CIA auction results from the previous month's auction into that as well. I'm looking for trends. I'm looking for low-hanging fruit. I'm looking for cards that are slipping between the cracks. I've been doing this for over 2 years. And this month, I feel that this month, there was a trend that I saw that literally as I was digging for more sales, it started to worry me. Like, actually worry me. It's not, football cards are suddenly, kind of popping up and seem cheap. Or, look at this all-star card here or there. There was a trend I haven't seen yet. Now, when I do this every single month, I kind of have an idea of what I'm expecting to find. I'm expecting to find some cards from the middle to late 50s of Richie Ashburn, maybe some early 60 cards of Whitey Ford, maybe a nice, Roberto Clemente all-star card from 1968, something like that. That's kind of what I'm expecting. But this month, there were cards that I was not expecting. Is it a cyclical thing? Is it that we are in the winter months, right before the holidays and people are saving money? Maybe. But some of the cards that I saw this month, literally, I started going, what is actually happening? We're going to take a look in a second at the cards specifically that stood out to me, and it wasn't what I was expecting. But first, I want to talk about a couple of things. First, Sunday night, I will be over on the For Collectors Network. We will be doing an ending watch party for this month's CIA auction. That is the closing of so many of those cards from the Godfather collection. That collection that I had the honor to share. And in addition to that, I had Theo on about a week ago for the kind of preview opening of this auction. And Theo is giving away, him and the team at CIA are giving away one of the cards from this Godfather collection, a beautiful Stuffy McGinnis strip card, which I will put a picture of it on the screen here. A beautiful card, which is currently in my possession. So remember, in order to be able to win that, and we will do a wheel spin during the January auction preview for CIA. You have to have registered to be a bidder at CIA. It takes, 3 minutes to do that. And then in addition to that, you need to have left a comment in that video with Theo. I'll put it in the pinned comments down below. I'll put a link to that video with Theo. You need to have actually put hashtag registered in the comments of that episode. If you do those two things, you will then be entered into the drawing for this card. Probably about $100 card, but it's beautiful. Very good player, gorgeous strip card, a part of that collection. I am excited for that, and I think I'm going to send some cards off to be included in the January CIA auction. So if I can get my stuff together and get it in on time, it will happen. So when we do our preview, I'll show you some of the cards that I sent in. Anyways, let's take a look here at the very surprising information that popped up this month. Again, not what I was expecting. It might be what you're expecting. I think you're going to be surprised by what I'm about to show you. It certainly surprised me. And as always, remember, I have 5 picks for the cards that blew my mind the most this past month, whether it be an eBay auction or a CIA auction, cards under $50, the price point that all of us participate in. Let's check out these results. And down below in the comments, let me know. Does this concern you? Let's take a look. First card up, a 1959 Topps beautiful Ernie Banks in an SGC 3 for just under $50. Ernie Banks, base card, 3 grade, centered. Next, a 1960 Topps Stan Musial base card, SGC 3, well centered, great eye appeal. This is a really nice looking card. Another amazing card, a 61 Topps Willie Mays in a PSA 3.5, centered, beautiful PSA. A 62 Topps base card of Ernie Banks in a PSA 5, right at $49. PSA 5 Ernie Banks base card. We're not talking all-stars here. We're not talking offshoot cards. Another base card. This, a Sandy Koufax. 62 Topps. SGC 2. Is it perfect? No. But it's Sandy Koufax. It's a base card, not an all-star, not a leader card. A 1960 Topps Sandy Koufax in a PSA 2. Again, it's well centered. Of course, it's got some wear. It's a 2, but it's a pretty nice card. Sandy Koufax, early in his career. We have another base card, a 62 Topps Roberto Clemente in an SGC 2. Love this image of him. It's a little off center. It's got some wear, but it's a base card in a 2. Next, we have a 1960 Topps Master and Mentor. We got Willie Mays on the card, and it's a PSA 7.5 for under $47. Another base card of Willie Mays, this time a 1969 Topps Willie Mays in a PSA 3. You're going to start seeing a trend if we haven't seen it yet. That's a really nice looking card of Willie Mays. How about this 65 Cons Wieners of Willie Stargell? PSA 4, these are not cards that pop up on eBay every day. You don't see these at the local card show or local card shop. Another base card of Roberto Clemente, a 1966 Topps in an SGC 2.5. Now, some of us are saying they're low grades, they're 2s, they're 3s, they're 2.5s, they're 3.5s. Okay, well, let's keep watching. We have a 69 Topps Jerry West in a PSA 5, newly graded. It is a gorgeous Jerry West card. He does not have a ton of cards. And this is a PSA 5. Next, a 55 Bowman Pee Wee Reese in an SGC 4. Gorgeous card. We're at the $45 mark right now. These are really nice cards. How about a 64 Topps Yogi Berra in a PSA 5? Is it perfectly centered? No. Is it under $45? And is it Yogi Berra and a base card, not an all-star, not an MVP card? Another base card of Ernie Banks in a PSA 3. Recently graded. That one, it blows my mind. There was a time when we might see Richie Ashburn. We might see Robin Roberts cards. We might even see an all-star card like this 68 Topps Hank Aaron in a PSA 5. But usually what we would see are the Whitey Fords, the Al Kalines, but not base cards of guys like Sandy Koufax that are well-centered, like this SGC 2 that sold for just over $40. We are seeing base cards of the top tier guys. It's no longer the K-Lines and the Eddie Matthews and early wins and great players. Here's a Scoops Jackie Robinson in a 6.5. This is the sort of card for the last 2 years that I've seen. A 54 Bowman Whitey Ford and a PSA 3. That is what historically I find at this $40 mark. Here's a Raleigh Fingers. Now, we've seen Raleigh Fingers in these videos before, but not 4.5s. $41. He's still alive. He signs TTM. You could crack that and mail it to him. A Bob Feller base card. I've only seen the 56 Topps Bob Feller show up once or twice, and they were like ones. This is a decent looking 2. How about this CIA auction of a 58 Topps Warren Spahn All-Star in a PSA 5.5 that sold in the November CIA auction, right around $40? We have a 68 Topps Joe Namath. It still blows my mind that we have Joe Namath cards from the 60s that are selling for under $40 in PSA 4s that are well centered. That's a nice looking card. Al K-Lines from 1960 in 3s and 4s and 4.5s. That's kind of the norm. That's kind of what I've been finding over the last 2 years of doing this in my monthly dig, my monthly hunt. But not guys like Stan Musial. This 61 Topps Stan Musial in a PSA 4, really nice card. Well centered, recently graded. Card is under $40, and it's moving to the next tier. It's not the Hall of Famers that are the Harmon Killebrew types like this 64, but this is autographed. CIA, auction, beautiful 64 Topps Giant. We've seen all-stars like this 69 Topps Johnny Bench. But this 6th grade, this SGC 6, remember, his rookie card is the 68. This is his second year. This is an early bench card, high grade. Here's a 55 Topps doubleheader of Jim Gilliam in a PSA 2. That was a CIA auction as well for just over $30. How about this 64 Topps Giants? I pointed this one out in my preview video with Theo. I believe this was a Mike Junkwax Hero card from the Junkwax collection. An SGC 6 sold at CIA. We have a 68 Topps Dick Butkus in an SGC 5. Beautiful card. His rookie card is in the 66 Topps set. 66 Philadelphia set. So this is his third card. We have a nice 58 Topps Larry Doby in a PSA 4. Well-centered card. Nice looking. Fresh holder from PSA. And, you know, we're right around $30. Elgin Baylor 69 Topps. That blows my mind. This is a freshly graded PSA 4 Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor's a star, like a superstar. This next one, a 67 Topps NL Home Run Kings. 3 Hall of Famers on there in a PSA 3 with great eye appeal. A beautiful card. Again, it doesn't take $30, $40, $50 to buy nice cards of Hall of Famers. How about this Hall of Fame plaque postcard of Warren Spahn? Now, I know Warren Spahn signed a lot, but it cost this much just to get it slabbed from PSA and authenticated, let alone the card and the auto. A 60 Topps Brooks Robinson in a PSA 4. This is a beautiful card. This one jumped at me because it's freshly graded and it looks like a 7, but it sold for just over $20. Here's another CIA auction. This 62 Topps Veda Pinson. His rookie card's in the 58 Topps set, so this is early in his career. I think he makes the Hall of Fame. And again, not even $20. Now, this is a special card. There's an importance to this card. Tell me down below in the comments if you know What it is about this card that is special, but for under $16 is PSA 5 World Series card. 1960 Leaf, Duke Snider, in a PSA 3 for under $15, and it was just graded. Person lost money on their grading fees. A lot of money on their grading fees. And here's a cool card, a 1960 Fleer Cy Young in a PSA 5. Now, I don't show a lot of these Fleer cards of these all-time greats, but that's a cool card. Well-centered, great eye appeal, under $15. It is amazing to me that we are seeing base cards of some of these top-tier guys. Stan Musial, Willie Mays, Ernie Banks. It's no longer kind of that lower-tier guy that we're seeing the base cards from. I used to see Ernie Banks. I used to see Willie Mays, but they were all-stars and highlight cards and leader cards, not the base cards. That blew my mind this month. All right, November mind-blowing moonshots. Here's a 62 Cons Wieners, Jerry West in a PSA 6.5. Second Cons Wieners cards we've seen. Jerry West went a stretch where he didn't have many cards. It was the stretch where Topps and Fleer weren't making basketball cards. But this Cons Wieners is a beautiful item of the late Jerry West. And I mean, who doesn't want a Harley Sewell card? A 59 Topps Harley Sewell. Sure, you could buy, a Ty Cobb card for the same amount. But why would you buy a Ty Cobb when you could get this Harley Sewell? I mean, what a deal that somebody snagged this month on this Harley Sewell. How about a 63 Fleer Clay Dalrymple on the CIA auction? What a snag! This is a PSA 10, obviously. I'm being facetious. The PSA registry people were in full force in November, picking up those last two items. We have a 55 Topps Sandy Koufax. The card received a 3, the auto a 10, with an inscription of his debut. What an item that is. He lives in the town I went to college in. Never saw him, but I hear he hangs out at the nurseries and the Home Depot and does a lot of gardening down there on the central coast of California. And that is a really cool item that somebody was able to add to their collection. Now, Hank Bauer was a great player. Really, really good and important player. But his 54 Topps going for $12,000 might be a bit much. Yes, it's a beautiful card. Yes, he's a really good player. Yes, he's on the Yankees. $12,000? That one stood out, and I had to include it this month for sure. How about this 53 Topps Mickey Mantle PSA DNA Auto Authentic autographed? $16,000. Playing days mantles are not cheap, especially early in his career cards, like this 53 Topps. Maybe his best looking Topps card. Now, I know people are going to say it's the 52, but this one's up there. Here's a 59 Topps Willie Mays in a PSA 9. Little off center for a 9. It's a nice card. It was graded a while ago. That's probably about a 4th, 5th generation holder. Can't tell unless we look at the flip on the back. But somebody dropped right around $20,000 on that 59 Topps Willie Mays. The 61 earlier was like $40. But I guess it was, a 3 or a 3.5. Here is a gorgeous Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar rookie card in a PSA 8. Gorgeous card.
just under $21,000 on this purchase. That is one of the iconic basketball cards of all time. A card that any basketball card collector would probably want in their collection. And that is a sweet copy of it. Receiving an 8 grade on that card is big. I've always loved the 57 Topps Don Drysdale rookie card. I love that image. There's so much about it. I love the B on the cap. We think of him as a Los Angeles Dodger, not a Brooklyn Dodger. So much youth in that smile. $30,000 on the PSA 9. It is a gorgeous card. And it was $30,000. I wonder what a 7 goes for, because a 9 goes for $30K. And last but not least, a massive way to end it. At over $100,000, this is a special Mantle auto card because, number one, it's his rookie, the 51 Bowman. But look closer at that autograph. I know it's upside down on your screen because of the way it was signed, but that is an early Mantle auto. That is not a 60-year-old Mantle doing the autograph circuit auto. That is a plain days auto and a ballpoint pen. Big month. Are you guys worried about base cards of top tier guys now going for under $50 with still good eye appeal?